Have you ever wondered what happens to the mountains of garbage we throw away each day? Picture this. Every year, humanity produces billions of tons of waste, enough to bury entire cities. But what if this so-called trash isn't just a burden, but a valuable resource? Imagine a world where what we discard today becomes the raw material for tomorrow's innovation. Across the globe, countries are revolutionizing their approach to waste, transforming garbage into energy, infrastructure, and even Olympic medals. Let's take a journey through some of the world's most inspiring stories of turning trash into treasure and discover how they're not only cleaning up the planet, but also fueling their economies and creating a more sustainable future. Let's begin in Scandinavia, where a quiet revolution is taking place beneath the snowy skies of Sweden. This country, famous for its pristine nature and efficient cities, has achieved something remarkable. It recycles or recovers almost 99% of its household waste. But Sweden's hunger for waste doesn't stop at its borders. In fact, it has become so adept at turning garbage into energy that it has started importing trash, yes, you heard that right, from neighboring countries like Norway. How does this system work? The answer lies in Sweden's advanced waste-to-energy plants. In these facilities, garbage is carefully sorted, and anything that can't be recycled is burned in highly controlled environments. But don't imagine billowing clouds of smoke. What rises from these chimneys is mostly harmless water vapor, and modern filtration systems capture almost all pollutants. The heat generated from burning waste is used to produce steam, which then drives turbines to generate electricity. The resulting energy is sufficient to power hundreds of thousands of homes, and the leftover ash is even used in road construction. Robots and automated systems scan and separate recyclables with incredible precision, ensuring that every last useful item is recovered before incineration. Sweden's innovative approach not only reduces landfill use, but also cuts greenhouse gas emissions. By importing waste that would otherwise rot in foreign landfills, Sweden helps other countries reduce their environmental impact too. In the process, trash transforms from a costly nuisance into a valuable energy resource, a win-win for both the environment and the economy. Traveling west, we arrive in the Netherlands, a country renowned for its creative solutions to big challenges. With much of its land below sea level, the Dutch have always been masters at working with what they have. Today, they've set their sights on the mountains of waste produced by modern society, turning them into building blocks for a circular economy. In Dutch cities, you'll find roads paved not with newly quarried asphalt, but with recycled materials, old roads, glass, and even discarded plastics. Rotterdam, one of Europe's busiest ports, is home to the Floating Farm, an extraordinary platform where cows graze on feed made from food scraps and local waste. Even the manure is recycled into fertilizer, closing the loop and minimizing environmental impact. Dutch designers and engineers are also reimagining urban spaces. Benches, playgrounds, and even entire bus stops are being constructed from recycled plastics and wood, making cities both beautiful and sustainable. Through a combination of government incentives and entrepreneurial spirit, the Netherlands is leading the way in transforming trash into everything from furniture to multi-story buildings. The Dutch approach is grounded in the principle of the circular economy, where products are designed to be reused, repaired, and recycled indefinitely. Instead of a one-way journey from factory to landfill, materials are kept in circulation, saving resources and reducing pollution. The result? Cleaner cities, smarter infrastructure, and a future where waste is a thing of the past. Now, let's venture across the world to Japan, a country famed for its meticulous attention to detail and respect for resources. In the land of the rising sun, electronic waste is not just a problem, it's an opportunity. Every year, millions of old phones, computers, and appliances are discarded. But rather than letting precious metals like gold, silver, and rare earth elements go to waste, Japan has developed cutting-edge facilities to extract and recycle these valuable materials. One of the most inspiring examples came during the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. All of the medals awarded to athletes were crafted from metals recovered from electronic waste collected across the country. This bold initiative not only showcased Japan's technological prowess, but also sent a powerful message to the world. Even the smallest discarded gadget can be reborn as a symbol of achievement and excellence. The process is a marvel of modern engineering. Electronics are shredded and sorted, then subjected to chemical and physical processes that isolate precious metals. The recovered materials are then refined to the highest standards, ready to be used in new products. Or, in the case of the Olympics, in the world's most coveted awards. Japan's approach to e-waste is more than just recycling. It's about closing the resource loop. reducing dependence on mining, and inspiring other nations to see value where others see only junk. Next, we journey to Germany, the heart of Europe's industrial powerhouse. Known for its engineering expertise and environmental commitment, Germany has made recycling a central pillar of its economy, especially in its world-famous automotive sector. Brands like Volkswagen and BMW have pioneered the use of recycled materials in their production lines, with some vehicles now containing more than 50% recycled plastics in their components. But it doesn't stop at plastics. The German automotive industry has developed highly efficient systems for recovering and reusing metals, glass, and even old batteries. Dead batteries, for example, are collected from across the country and transported to specialized facilities, where they are safely dismantled and their valuable materials extracted for reuse. These efforts are supported by a robust network of recycling companies, innovative sorting technologies, and strict government regulations that ensure high standards across the industry. The result is a system where cars, once considered disposable after a few decades of use, are now seen as sources of valuable materials that can be reborn in new forms. Germany's commitment to recycling is not only good for the environment, it's a key driver of economic strength. By reducing the need for raw materials and lowering production costs, the country maintains its competitive edge while paving the way for a more sustainable future. Our final stop is Turkey, a nation straddling two continents and undergoing a remarkable transformation in its approach to waste. Rapid urbanization and population growth have brought new challenges, but also new opportunities. In recent years, Turkey has launched the ambitious Zero Waste Project, aiming to change the way citizens, businesses, and municipalities handle garbage. Across major cities, color-coded bins help people separate plastic, glass, paper, and organic waste. Advanced recycling facilities process mountains of discarded items, turning them into new products, everything from textiles to construction materials. Large companies like Exitcom and Biotrend are at the forefront, investing in modern technologies to recover more materials more efficiently than ever before. The textile industry, a vital part of Turkey's economy, is also embracing recycling. Old clothes are collected, sorted, and transformed into insulation, cleaning cloths, and even new garments. Plastic recycling plants are producing high-quality materials that compete with virgin plastics, reducing dependence on imports and supporting local jobs. Perhaps most importantly, Turkey's grassroots recycling movement is inspiring a new generation to see waste not as an eyesore, but as an opportunity. Schools, community groups, and startups are joining forces to create a culture of sustainability, proving that even in the face of rapid change, progress is possible. As we reflect on these stories, one message rings clear. Trash is no longer just waste. It's a resource, a building block, and a driver of innovation. In each of these countries, the journey from garbage to greatness is powered by creativity, technology, and a shared commitment to a cleaner planet. But the benefits of recycling go beyond environmental protection. By recovering valuable materials, countries reduce their reliance on imports, save money, and create new industries and jobs. In other words, recycling isn't just good for the earth. It's a smart economic strategy that strengthens communities and prepares nations for the challenges of the future. What can we learn from these global pioneers? First, that no single solution fits all. Each country tailors its approach to its unique circumstances, resources, and culture. Second, that progress depends on everyone, from governments and corporations to individual citizens willing to change their habits. And finally, that the greatest innovations often come from seeing opportunity where others see only problems. So next time you toss something in the trash, remember, you're holding a piece of the future in your hands. Will it end up in a landfill, or will it be transformed into energy, a new road, or even a gold medal? The choice is ours. If you found these stories inspiring, and you want to learn more about how humanity is building a cleaner, smarter, and more sustainable world, don't forget to subscribe. Join us as we explore even more incredible innovations and discover how each of us can be part of the solution. Because in the world of tomorrow, there's no such thing as just trash, only untapped potential waiting to be unlocked.